After the Ferguson Commission made its recommendations to the St. Louis region, many wondered if anything would actually be done about the disparities in our community, brought to light since August of 2014. While it remains to be seen how those in political power will respond to many of the Commission's calls to action, we found a small, rather unique program in the city of St. Louis called Neighborhoods United for Change. It's trying to foster positive change, 2 neighborhoods at a time. Although just over 5 miles separate the Lewis Place neighborhood in North St. Louis and the Holly Hills neighborhood in South St. Louis, that distance spans more than just geography. And Neighborhoods United for Change is working to reduce the social distance, make neighbors out of different neighborhoods through guided tours. This week, our tour started in Lewis Place, home to St. Louis's oldest African-American owned street and also the location for the historic Shelley versus Kramer court case that struck down the practice of restrictive covenants, which prevented blacks from owning property or even living in the neighborhood. After a quick drive down Kings Highway, we arrived at the Holly Hills neighborhood, home to many elected officials, and Carondelet Park, the 3rd largest park in the city. Parks and history aside, this tour was about much more than sightseeing. The confined seats of a school bus made for intimate conversations. Why are things the way they are in St. Louis, so often divided? Black or white, north or south, the program hopes to bridge the gap between neighborhoods and what they think they know about each other, opening lines of communication, one tour at a time. Okay, so let's talk to some of the folks who've actually taken part of this. Let me introduce who we've got at the table now. Angela Sears-Spittle, you're a facilitator. You're helping these tours actually happen for Neighborhoods United for Change. Alvin Willis participated in the tour. Yes. Thank you for being here. And Carol Johnson, you did as well. Thank you both for being here. I'll open it up to you first, maybe. What motivated you? What made you want to take the time, get up on a Saturday and go take a tour of another neighborhood? Tell us where you live and where you went.
Okay. I live in the Lewis Place neighborhood, have been there almost 40 years, have been a member of SLACO for probably that long. SLACO was born in the Lewis Place neighborhood at the Visitation Church. And so I felt committed to be a part of what I see as a solution to some of the problems that we see citywide.
So you were on the tour to Holly Hills.
Yes.
What did the tour do for you?
Well, it gave me an earful.
A good one, I hope.
A good earful. It gave me an earful because I heard many comments. Some were like, wow, did they really say that? Do they really think that? I believe that there were thoughts and ideas that were changed on the tour. Perhaps some of mine were too. So, and I think that's a good thing because we found a lot of common areas, and yet, of course, we saw a lot of differences as well.
Mr. Willis, same question to you. How was the tour for you?
Well, I thought the tour was great, and I joined it because I thought it would be a good opportunity for the north side and the south side to see each other. It's amazing how many people have never been north of Delmar and how many people have never been to Holly Hills. And so we had the opportunity to show them our neighborhood, to show them the institutions that we have, like Rankin Tech, 100 Black Men, all of the churches that we have. And we had an opportunity to show them that our neighborhood north of Delmar is really in a position to rebound and to revitalize. And I think to see the difference between the two neighborhoods was something that each of us needed to do. So I thought it went very well.
Were people surprised by what they found in your neighborhood?
I think they were. I think they were surprised by the architect and by the size of our houses. When we went to Holly Hills, the Holly Hills neighborhood is more compact with less of vacancy and smaller homes. And that's one of the things that really disturbs me is to see the decline in our neighborhood and to see the abandonment, the vacancies, and also to see the number of homes that are being torn down that are just architecturally beautiful. And so they had a chance to see that. But we also had a chance to show them the Delmar Divide. In fact, we only went one block south of Delmar, and you could immediately see the difference. And so I think that was impressive to them.
Yeah.
So I think many of the people in Holly Hills saw north of Delmar for the very first time, but they all, and I think it changed some perceptions, because I think a lot of them thought that this is a neighborhood that's really gone and it's gone forever, but our neighborhood is not. We have wonderful people that live there, we have great institutions, and we all are working together to make our neighborhood better.
Another reason I saw a lot of hope was that on all of the tours, people have been very eager to have authentic conversations. And that's not easy to do. These are strangers, they've been together for an hour, and we're asking them to have tough conversations about systemic racism and income gaps and different things like that, and they have all engaged in that conversation eagerly and willingly. And that's not a small task. I found a lot of hope in that.
Well, I had someone from the Holly Hills neighborhood to call me yesterday to get the contact information for the person that she had the conversation with. So she wants to continue that conversation, and I think that's good.